Hi, I'm Deb, your partner in helping to bridge business success with holistic personal well being. Combining over 30 years of progressive corporate leadership and expertise in coaching and developing people, I help you unlock the secrets to your best life, both in and out of the workplace. This channel is your resource for strategies that nurture your personal and professional growth with powerful lifestyle practices. Whether you're thriving in your current role or embarking on a path of transformation, you've come to the right place. Subscribe for insights on achieving a satisfying blend of career excellence and personal well-being. Your journey to a balanced and joyful life starts here.
We're going to talk about how do we release emotions? How do we clear emotions from our body? Certainly, painful emotions, pain is just a part of life. And painful emotions don't have to be negative to us. They don't become toxic to us until we deny they exist or we spend time repressing them or pushing them down. And so this process that we're going to talk about is going to allow us to work through emotions, to fully experience them, not just psychologically, but to experience them in our body, because we've learned that our body and our mind are intricately connected, and that when we have an experience in our mind, that can create an experience in our physiology. So when we have negative experiences or negative emotions in the mind, we know that that can have a negative impact on our body. So what we want to do now is work through a 7-step process for allowing ourselves to clear the negative emotions and to make space for a peaceful, happy, and joyful existence. This 7-step process was given to us by Dr. David Simon, the other co-founder of the Chopra Center. He wrote a book, Free to Love, Free to Heal. And these 7 steps were elaborated in that book, so I would highly recommend that reading. The first step that we're going to follow is to take responsibility for our emotions. Take responsibility for what you're feeling. If we own it, then we are the people with the power to change it. The minute that we put that emotion on somebody else, we play a victim card, we let somebody else be the cause of that emotion for us, then we can kind of sit and wallow and not be able to take accountability. We can't through it because somebody else's responsibility is to fix it. But when we own the responsibility, we own that emotion, then we also own the power to fix it, right? They say here, if you have some sort of negative response to someone, a lot of times those negative emotions that you may be feeling are just indicators that maybe what you experienced was something that is inherent in your own demeanor and your own traits. Or maybe it's something that you've experienced before and that you've never really processed through. But at the end of the day, as best as we can, we want to own the feeling that we're feeling so that we can own our ability to heal from that feeling. This can be really hard, especially if you've experienced a lot of trauma and your emotions are very high associated with a lot of trauma. So you need to be patient with yourself as you go through this process. Sometimes we have to take big emotions apart in little bits and pieces. And certainly, if it's significant, I would always suggest that you take advantage of counseling and therapy with people that can help you work through that as well. But this process is really powerful, and you can certainly take time and see if you can work through this on your own. So we start by taking that responsibility. I own how I feel. And how I feel is, and now we're going to identify the emotion. That's the second thing. How I feel is X, and how I feel is a word, and it's not a victim word. We're going to take an ownership word. Be as specific as possible about how you feel. I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel disappointed. Whatever it is, describe what you're feeling, but don't judge how you're feeling. Imagine yourself, again, as that witnessing observer. Don't call that feeling good or bad. The feeling just is. You have a right to your feeling. As you witness that emotion, the next step is to actually witness how that emotion feels in your body. We've already learned that our mind and our body are inextricably connected, so that when we feel something or we think something in our mind, it has an impact on our body. So as you identify that emotion, I want you to sit, close your eyes and feel, where are you feeling that emotion in your body? Do you feel it as constriction in your neck, in your throat? Do you feel it as heaviness in your chest or as knots in your stomach? I want you to feel where that energy sits in the body, because we need to dissipate both the mental side of this as well as the physical side. So as you feel where that emotion sits, I encourage you to sit and simply breathe into that space. Breathe into the heaviness till you feel a little lightness in your chest. Breathe into the knot in your stomach until you feel it start to unwind. Sometimes just doing that process of breathing into that part of your body is enough to process that emotion and to dissipate it. But if we're still feeling some underlying emotion that needs to be processed, we can continue. So let's go to the fourth step. The fourth step is actually expressing the emotion. So putting it out externally in private to yourself. So you write it down on a piece of paper, or maybe you journal about it in your journal. You can speak it out loud. Just sometimes that external sound or that external reading of how you feel allows you to really allow the emotion to come to the surface so that you can actually see what it is. Sometimes until we get it out beyond ourselves, we can't fully process it. So express it, speak it, name it, call it externally, out loud, on paper, whatever works for you. And then the next step after you've put it into physical being or you put it out is to release it. How do I release it? If I've written it down on a piece of paper, maybe I burn the paper or I shred it up into tiny little pieces, or maybe I shred it up into tiny pieces and then I burn it. If I've put it out into words, maybe I just need to shake it out. I need to give it some physical space. I need to let go. We can do that through breathing, just because we've used our breath to speak it. And now let's use our breath to just blow it out, get it out of our physical body, discharge that physical emotion from our physical body so that our body can detoxify. If you're angry, punch a pillow. That can be great. That can be great to get rid of anger. Have a fit. Little kids do this great. They know how to release their emotions. We've been taught for so long to hold those emotions back. We need to find maybe more grown-up ways than having a temper tantrum, but we have to find ways to release that emotion. And that physical release is really important to get the body in sync with your mind. Once you've done the physical release, the next step is to share that with someone. We are all connected beings. We are not intended to walk this earth as individual, lonely people experiencing life to ourselves and having to carry all of our own burdens. We're intended to share with others. It is an honor to carry someone else's pain. It's an honor to carry their burden. So never feel that's a terrible thing to do. Actually, it's a wonderful thing to do, to invite someone that you trust, someone who's a good listener, to be a part of this process with you, to allow them to help carry this with you so that you are not alone and they can validate for you how you feel, right? This is all you need. You don't need them to fix it. You don't need them to come in and shake it up. You just need them to hear you. You need them to know that this is what you've been through, to know how you've gone through this release. It's someone who can share this moment with you. And then finally, the seventh step, now that you've released it, you've put it out, you've got it from your head into your body, you've released it from your body through that ritual of ripping it up or burning it or punching it or whatever you did. Now you've created space. And what do you want to do? I want to fill that space that was filled up with that negative emotion. I want to fill it up with positive things. So rejuvenate yourself with some sort of celebration, whether that means I'm going to go get a massage. I finally got that tension out of my shoulders. I'm going to go get a massage. I finally released that anger that I feel for somebody. I'm going to go buy myself a present. Nourish yourself, have a wonderful meal, take yourself out to dinner. Anything that is a conscious acknowledgement that you have actually gone through this process, a commitment to growing your own emotional self. You reward yourself for that good work. You've cleared that negativity, fill it up with more positivity. Don't let it sit as a vacuum. I encourage you to know, I mean, we talked about this at the beginning, painful experiences are a part of life, but this process allows you to reconnect those pains, emotional, psychological pains, and to work through them and to allow them to move out where they've been experienced and to allow you space to experience joy, to experience contentment, to experience calm, to experience peace, to experience wholeness. And then again, in closing here, if at any point in time, any of this feels too much as you're going through it, take a break. Give yourself some time. Some emotions sit for a long time in our body, and they may take a long time to work through. So be patient with yourself, be patient with the process. And if it feels too much, don't ever hesitate to ask for help.
Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any insights like these. And for more personalized guidance, consider my one-on-one coaching. Visit ignitewellbeing.coach to start our journey together with a free call. Share your stories. Let's keep the conversation going. I'm looking forward to our next connection. And until then, cherish the day.